Hello, this is Angelo.
Hello, this is Alexandra.
And we are here with another Time to Thrive Challenge Masterclass. So, do we have an issue with...
Let us check the tech. The image seems frozen. 1 minute. Okay, I think we're back.
Are we here? Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Hopefully.
So, hello again.
We are here with another Time to Thrive Challenge Masterclass. And today we will be reviewing the bonus day, but also we will not be reviewing Project Next, but what's next. What's next for you?
Exactly.
Because everything we do is a matter of decision. And as Tony says, decisions shape our destiny.
Yes.
I cannot believe we've done like 10 master classes already, and this is the first quote we are using from Tony Robbins.
Yes,
so,
true.
Why are we here? Let us remind ourselves. Let us feel that pain. Let us feel that sense that will move us forward, propel us forward, propel us into action. We're here for 3 reasons, right?
Right. First of all, I will go through them very quickly. First of all, the economics have changed during the last 3 years. So the models have changed, and we have not yet upgraded to new models to reach our financial destination. Secondly, because we are not meant to merely survive, but to thrive.
Exactly.
And thirdly, because we don't want to look back in 5, 10 years from now and think, oh my gosh, I should have done this and that, and now I don't have time. Okay?
Yeah. So the point is that right now, no matter where you are in life, you should take a complete inventory of what you're doing and why you're doing this. Because most probably there is something outdated in your operating system. And even if you're doing well, you're incapacitating yourself from doing great. So, what's our destination for today? We have 3 things to do today. To review Time to Thrive Challenge bonus day, to embarrass Angelo,
that's my favorite.
And to think of it that I was the one who wrote this, and to upgrade the decision-making process. So many of us are struggling one way or the other with indecision. And you always need to remember that indecision is another decision, not to decide yet.
Right.
So
right.
It is very important, very paramount, in order to reach our full potential, to become masters in decision making. And I know it is overwhelming, and we will not cover everything today. Okay, decision making is a humongous chapter by itself, but we will give you such a simple roadmap that will benefit you regardless if we meet again, regardless if you invest in Project Next or not. It will do a great service in your life from now on.
Exactly.
So, what is our destination for tomorrow? Always remember your happy landing exercise. Always remember that the most valuable action you can do every single day is to see, and most importantly, feel yourself at your destination. Always remind yourself that you are just in a journey. You're right now. You're doing, like your thing today, but you're doing it for a reason. You're going there. And it is very important to remember that, because some days might get sloppy.
Right.
We might get tired. We might get discouraged. But if we have this beacon in front of us, and if this why is so strong that magnetizes our thoughts and our hearts, we are golden. Exactly. There is no way, nothing that can be, between you and where you want to go, that can be, like a challenge. Everything will be dwarfed. All the challenges will be dwarfed because you will feel unstoppable towards that destination. Now,
is it time?
Sadly, Time to Thrive Challenge belongs to history, okay?
Right.
But as we said, this was just the beginning. So we used to have this affirmation countdown at the end of each masterclass, and since there is no more live from Tony and Dean, we can put these affirmations in front and have them right now, so that we can raise our energy and prepare ourselves for the next part of the masterclass.
Exactly. So
here we
let's
go.
do this.
What are we doing first? we remind ourselves our destination and place it carefully in our palms, because this is how much it matters to us.
Right.
Carefully, it's very fragile. Then we put our destination on our heart and we let ourselves sink in to the tune, to the attitude, to the frequency of these affirmations, and prepare this frequency, make this accessible to us, because this is the fuel that will take us to our destination. Let's go. 9. The impact, income, and lifestyle that I love are mine. 8. I am the master of my fate. 7. I am ready to build my new heaven. 6. I am stronger than my mind's tricks. 5. I am fully ready to thrive. 4. I will now open a new door. 3. I commit to be financially free. 2. I not only have money but time too. 1. Me and my super self are one.
Do you feel the energy raising?
Yes, immediately. And now we are absolutely ready for his and her skippers from speakers.
From bonus day, time to thrive.
Bonus day
challenge.
was completely different.
Yes, I
But
expected something else.
also
Actually.
it has
Very good.
a completely different energy as well. And I know one reason. Only the committed were there.
Yes, absolutely.
Bonus day is not for those who are, like curious what Time to Thrive challenge is all about.
Right.
Bonus day is for those who are going the journey. Okay? It's 1 week later. You're sleep deprived because you're taking notes. You think about all these things. Maybe you're looking on the internet about more things around Time to Thrive challenge and Project Next. You're asking yourself, is this the way to go?
Or not? Yes.
Should I be doing this? And so on. And all this energy is overwhelming, and you were there. Isn't that amazing? Congratulate yourself.
Congratulations for playing 100%.
This is the attitude that will take you to the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the attitude.
Absolutely.
So,
shall we go to the keepers from speakers?
Of course.
Okay, so for me, Dean Graziosi opened the day. My favorite quote was, choose commitment over convenience. Living the easy way is hard, and living the hard way is easy.
Wow.
Good food for thought, right?
Yeah. And for me, it wasn't something that he said. It was the list itself, the 10-part list. You always need to have such a list within, because when I went to San Diego and when I did my first flight there, it was a present from Alexandra.
Pilot training, right?
Pilot training.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. So I thought, I was so excited, first of all, and I thought, what? I will jump into the Cirrus. I knew everything about the Cirrus already. I have been doing test flights on my simulator. And I thought, I would jump in. I know this thing, I can do it. And the instructor took me a 45-minute journey of checklisting and checklist after checklist.
Yes.
But this checklist got us on air and got us safely back.
Yes.
This checklist did the thing. We were just following instructions. We were making sure we abide by the checklist.
So
next
from Raf, Garay. So time is your most precious commodity. Do not waste it. We've heard this often, but it's so true, right?
We took some time also talking about this and reminding you that you can lose $100 and find them.
Yes.
But you cannot lose 100 seconds and find them back. So invest your time only on what deserves to be a part of your life.
Exactly.
For me, again, it was not something that he said, but his caring attitude.
Yes, indeed. It was impressive.
He was completely in love with his audience and what he was conveying to you. And I'm sure everybody felt that.
Yes, absolutely. It also impressed me. Then on to Maya. And my favorite quote from her story was, if you want to live an uncommon life and also thrive, you have to do something uncommon.
Yeah.
So true, right?
Yeah.
You have to move the needle, otherwise
Exactly.
nothing changes.
Exactly. For me, again, it was not something that she said. Do you remember that I told you to not only listen to what speakers say, also pay attention, invest your attention to how they present. How are they thinking? What
Yes.
are they doing on stage? What their belief systems
Yes.
are. And have you noticed a pattern? Maya was saying this, that, or the other, and I noticed a pattern. And it is something that I've been telling you from day one since we met. Because no matter when we met, this is all I repeat. Always think and act as your super self. Put yourself in the frame of mind of the person who has already achieved what you want to achieve, and that person is doing the job for you.
Exactly. And finally, from Tony, who closed the event, it is not a level of ability, right? It is a level of drive. How driven are you to really go after that vision of yours? That's all. The rest you will find on the way. I really like that very much.
I think it was from Zig Ziglar, that quote. It's not your aptitude, but your attitude that will determine your altitude.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for me, the best thing, the best keeper from Tony's speech was the art of compounding. It is hard for you to see right now, and my embarrassing moment that we will reveal in a few seconds has to do with that. From where you are right now, it's virtually impossible to see what will happen exactly as your trajectory moves towards the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love. And it is really important to acknowledge the art of compounding, the eighth wonder, as Albert Einstein said.
Right.
So,
step by step, and you get there.
I told
Are
you.
Are we ready? Drum roll.
Yes, drum roll.
Angelo's embarrassing moment story. So hold on, everybody.
So, just a little preview. Okay, it is summer of 2013. It's 9 years ago. And as I am on Facebook, I check from a friend's post that he shared that there will be a people's stage at Web Summit. I didn't know what Web Summit was, but I was fascinated by the idea because there was no panel judging who will be there on that stage. It was the audience. It was everyone, like your friends, your family, whoever, right? And of course, there were many applications. And I thought, you know what? I want to be there. I really want to be there. I don't know why, but I want to be there.
Yes.
So I decided to give it a shot. The problem was that back then we were at our beach house in the south of Greece. And of course, I had no idea what video marketing was. I mean, I haven't done any back then. I have only seen people doing it, like our mentors from digital marketing, but I have never done anything like that. And of course, I had zero equipment. We talked about equipment yesterday or the day before, right?
Exactly.
So, how would I go about it? I wanted to make the video. So you would make a video that would be like the preview of your speech, and the audience will decide from that video if you're
speaking
a fit
on
candidate.
One of the stages, yes. So as Tony would say, you didn't have yet the capabilities and the abilities, but you had the drive, right?
Yeah.
So this is the outcome. Hold on, everybody.
What happened then? A Ferrari is not meant to stay in the garage. You're supposed to take her out, hit the gas pedal hard, and listen to her engine roar. In the same way, you have a message to share, a product or service to communicate. Here you are in the biggest audience that ever was, the online community, with the biggest amplifier ever, social media, and yet your voice is not heard. Of course it is not heard, because in this crowded marketplace, the only way to really stand out is to fuel your voice with passion. Passion is the difference maker. So,
first appearance.
I think it is enough. I think it is enough. First of all, I don't know if you noticed, but I had the drive.
Right.
But how I felt watching this video again was as if you would have stuck like shoved cotton on my throat. The voice was not coming out.
Yes, yes. Barely.
It was as if I was not believing what I was conveying. And this was what you saw was like the 100th take.
Yes.
Okay,
The best
I was
one.
sweating. I was, taking a break. I was getting back.
Drinking water.
But of course, the stage looked good. I mean,
right? Let's show
a
them.
nice, like clear background and everything. So now you want to see my Tony has the $20 million studio. Now I will show you my $20 studio.
Not even, I think.
Okay, this is embarrassing. I'm not sure if I should.
Should we? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Look at that. This is how I got started.
This is the stand for the camera. And as you see from the waist down, bathing suit.
Okay. So, I don't know if you've noticed. Now I have a sponsor also here. Okay. Yes. Because I needed to have a place to put the iPhone, which was my only camera back then. And of course, you have back down here, you also have a mosquito repellent, which is important for a studio. You don't want, mosquitoes flying around.
And the iPhone was vintage, right? Because we're talking many years ago. So
it was iPhone 2 or something. iPhone
yes.
2 or 3 or something. Yeah.
Valerie says we all have embarrassing moments, right? Exactly.
So you are the first one. I've never saw this publicly before. I got inspired by Russell Brunson. I wanted to do something like that last year when I saw Russell's video for the first time. It was hilarious.
Yes.
And I also love the idea that both Russell and I have, like really short hair back then,
yes.
in that period of our lives. So the story is not over, because what I didn't tell you was that this video, maybe it wasn't enough to get me there, but I capitalized on my early knowledge, early insights on Facebook marketing and Facebook ads. And I didn't also only have the help from my friends. I boosted that help by getting more votes from the people that advertised this. So what happened, and it was one of the beautiful times of Facebook, yes, where you could also advertise your personal posts.
Yes.
From your profile.
Yes.
It was a completely different time. So fortunately, it worked. And I went there. And the second video that I wanted to show you, the truly embarrassing one, I cannot find it anywhere. I checked all my hard drives. I cannot find it anywhere. So I have to tell you what it's all about. So I have my laptop with me. And I promised my audience, my very little audience back then, that I will do a review of the Web Summit every single day. So I was at the place at Web Summit. So I had, the stages and the exhibition on my background. It was in Dublin back then in 2013. So I put my laptop and I am ready to speak, and give like an overview of what happened during day one. And my presentation was on day 2. And I couldn't, you felt that I was about to faint. It was horrible. And of course, nobody saw that video, but I think only Alexandra, yes, maybe not even Alexandra. Yes. Oh, you saw them. So, and I realized that I'm not ready. And in less than 24 hours, I will be on stage. I will be on people's stage. It is then that it hit me that I got approved, but I was not ready.
Panic mode.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine saying, like receiving a message from Dean, for example, that we want you as a guest at Time to Thrive Challenge 2023. And you realize that they don't want you as a visiting guest, but as a speaker. And you go there and you realize that you have like an hour to prepare everything. Fortunately, I remember a book that I read. And in that book, they were talking about the power of the mirror technique. I think it was from Claude Bristol, that book. Yes, the art of believing, or something like that.
Okay.
The power of believing.
The power of believing, I think. Yes.
And Claude Bristol talked about the mirror technique and how, like people like Winston Churchill, he would never do a speech, an important speech, without first doing the speech many times over in the mirror. Because if you cannot sell yourself, you cannot sell anyone.
It is extremely powerful, believe me.
And what I did was exactly that. So in the beginning, I was in my hotel room. Fortunately, I had a mirror, a full body mirror. Mm-hmm. So I started doing this over and over. And in the beginning, I was like, today I'm going to talk
Angelo
to you like this. You know why? It's not like I didn't have a voice or I didn't have a passion. I was truly feeling embarrassed what people would say in the next room. This is what I was thinking. Can you imagine Tony saying that, like, oh, I might wake up Sage. Oh, I should be, I should not be that loud. I might wake up Sage or the baby or something. No, you put all your passion out there because you want to move people towards their ideal self, towards their super self, no matter what that is. You know that for yourself. All you need is that fuel, that nudge. And I realized that from one point and on, and I started, like giving more firepower and more firepower.
Standing up better.
And, yes, exactly.
Yes.
Like
physiology.
Feeling my posture. And I attuned myself to these words. And I realized that, for example, when you're Winston Churchill, and you have to convince the parliament or convince, the people on radio to be bold. You cannot say, no, I believe that we should be bold right now. I believe that we should take action. No, you need the energy to convince others. This is the game changer. It's not the words. It's never the words. For example, test yourself. Take from a book of Tony Robbins, one of your favorite books from another author, it doesn't matter. Take a passage and convey it to someone, like reading it to them. It doesn't have the same energy. So, why did we tell you all that? Because now we want to talk to you about the power of decision making.
Yes, it's time.
And even though I was embarrassed, I decided to start, and here I am today with, hundreds, if not thousands of videos and webinars and many things that I will show you later on. But how do we begin deciding? We need to understand this warning that I have here for you. And remember, the numbers are rough. They're not exactly right, but I use them on purpose because now you see that there is a zero dismissed every single time. So we think about 2,000 words per minute. We talk about 2,000 words apart from 200,
yes.
Apart from Russell, of course, who talks like 400. And we write at about 20 words. Yes. It's not 20, maybe it's like 60, but you feel that it's getting slower and slower. And what happens in your mind right now are these 2,000 words overwhelmed you. Mm-hmm. Like, should I do this? All these things, if you had to write them down, you would slow down and you would immediately realize what you are thinking. You will become conscious of your thoughts.
And if these thoughts are serving you, right?
And the reason it is overwhelming for you to decide is that you hear like 200 people talking in your mind right now. You hear Dean, you hear Tony, you hear yourself, you hear your parents and your brothers and your sisters and your friends. What do you think you're doing there? Like Project Next. What is this? What are you talking about changing the world with your product or service? and you hear all that and you're trying to make a decision. So what will do a great service to you is having what we call a decision-making map. And we have this is a draft, but I mapped some of the thoughts that can be happening in your mind right now.
Exactly.
And I put them on a timeline. So right now, for sure, since you are watching this, you are at Angelo's and Alexandra's masterclass. So this is where you are at now. I'm not sure if you can read them. They're quite,
yes, I think
the font is
okay
small,
there, yes.
but it doesn't matter. What matters is
We'll
what's next, right?
Yes.
We'll walk you through it. Then you can either invest or not invest in Project Next, right? And if you don't invest, you can either, like do same old, or you can do something completely different that has nothing to do with creating your own digital course, nothing to do with Project Next. And then, if you take the other option and invest in Project Next, you can do a course or you cannot. It doesn't mean that if you invest in Project Next, you will do a course.
Do it, yes.
Right? So, will you go through Project Next or not? And if you don't go through Project Next, again, you have some options. One would be to simply forget about it. You cannot imagine how many people are like this out there. Simply forgetting that they purchased something for $1,000 and they did nothing about it.
Yes.
They don't even remember the password to log in a couple of weeks later. And of course, another option would be to convince yourself that Project Next is completely not worth it and ask for a refund. Okay? Especially if your ego takes over, your ego will try to prove to yourself that the first decision was not right. Okay? And now you're making the right decision.
Right, exactly.
So,
you see how simple it is when you start writing it down?
Yeah.
The options are very clear suddenly.
You map the timeline,
Yes.
the sequence of events, and you realize what is going on. So, this is really nice.
It's a nice exercise.
It's a nice exercise if you're overwhelmed. So, what if you do the course? We are here now. You either don't launch a product or launch a product. And if you launch a product, you can retire at your first failure, you can retire at your first sale, or you cannot retire and reach the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love.
Exactly.
But in order to be able to make such a decision, you need to know three important things. Just three. The problem is not what to decide. You're asking yourself, what should I decide? Project Next or not? This or that? White or black? Blue or red?
Yes.
Left or right? What should I decide? It's not that the problem. The problem is who is making the decision. Which version of yourself is making the decision? And when you know that, you always want to remember, never, ever consult your fears. Never consult your fears. Always think and act as your super self. Remember, make an anchor and remember Maya's story from yesterday. And if you haven't watched it, watch it. Because this is all it takes for you to understand that the journey could be very short and very powerful.
Yes.
And always make an informed decision. Take advantage of all the information that is available. So here is a pro tip for all the indecisive. You can invest in Project Next right now and decide within 30 days.
Yes. Exactly.
So why have a two-day window of opportunity? Because Project Next is closing. This offer, this specific challenge offer is closing with all the bonuses going away. This price level is going away.
Discounted price. Yes.
So why have a short window of 2 days to decide with no information, just what Dean said and what you've read on the page and what we said? And why not have 30 days to decide without the information, because you're in Project Next. You're going through the modules. You're going through the bonuses. You get our feedback. You get our chat coaching, and we can give you answers to everything. And within 30 days, you say, you know what? Now I'm ready to decide if this is truly the right move for me. if this makes sense for me to create a digital product and liberate my time and create much more value and much more income in my life.
So we made it very simple for you now.
This is how different
we took away the
thinking
overwhelm.
becomes
Yes.
once you map it.
Yes.
And you know what? Not always you can map everything. And we can give you an amazing story about that. That you will never, ever. I know you want to feel safe. And you know what? I should say that. I shouldn't say it because...
You should or you shouldn't?
Okay. So yesterday, Dean said something that I kind of disagree. In the sense, Dean said that if you're here, still you're a logical buyer. I believe that many of the people who were there yesterday were emotional buyers.
Yes.
But the problem is that the core emotion that drives their thinking and acting is fear. So it is fear that does not allow you to make the next move. Not a logical, because for me, it is illogical to have all these bonuses,
yes,
all this love, all this attention, all these insights, to have Tony and Dean's brains juiced into an amazing package of 6 modules for only $997.
yes.
The first KBB buyers, Raf, that you saw yesterday, he definitely invested $2,000 because he was a KBB student, and 4 years ago it was $2,000.
Maya as well.
And it was a much smaller program. This is completely advanced, yes, and without all these bonuses. So always remember that sometimes you just have to take that leap, and from that decision on, you make a mental note to yourself, and I have it here for you. This mental note. So this was not worth to be put here, because this mental note should be maybe stuck here. You know why? Because it is too important. Maybe I should tattoo it. And what it reads: note to self, I don't make the right decisions. I make decisions right.
Yes. Yes.
PS, with my attitude. PS,
with my drive.
By believing in myself. PS, with the help of Tony and Dean. PS, with the help of Alexandra and Angelo. This is how you get there. You make the decision right. And to prove that to you, we're going to tell you another story, another map. I didn't invest time to make the other map. It's exactly the same. But we want to tell you what happened on February 22nd, 2004. So it was our Halloween, basically, that it is usually in February. And I was in my favorite bar. And I was having a beer with a couple of friends. And they were like very, very, very not in the mood, of dressing and going, like to a club and partying until morning and so on. So I said, you know what? I will start making calls until I find one person
who wants to dress up and dress go and celebrate. Yes.
And I couldn't. And I sent an SMS. So what's this now? True story. I sent an SMS to a girlfriend of mine that I've only seen once or twice. And I tell her, like, are you out? And she says, yes, I'm there. And I said, you know what? In like half an hour, I will be there. I go back to my place and I start, looking around in the closet, what to wear. And I found like a big afro wig and a purple
jacket, 70s.
And I'm gone like immediately, like lightning speed. I go to the club. I say hello to her and her 3-4 friends. And immediately I turn around. Where was Alexandra's company? Like 5-10 people.
We don't know each other, right?
We've not met
at that
yet.
Point.
So as I was in the bar drinking beer, asking myself what to do, and I made the decision to go, what was happening at Alexandra's place?
So simultaneously in the parallel universe, my friends really want to go to this carnival party and I'm not in the mood at all. I don't feel like dressing up. I don't feel like going for a drink. So my friends are like, okay, we don't listen to anything you say. we pick you up in like 30 minutes and we go because we cannot miss this party. And we're not asking you if you want, you're coming. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm coming, you know?
So she got a nudge, but she also made a decision, right?
Yes, very quickly.
So one decided by himself, Angelo. Alexandra got a nudge, but also decided because your decision making is irrevocable.
So we arrive at the bar with my friends and we go to the bar and we have a drink and we are laughing and I'm like, okay, it's kind of nice. I'm getting in the mood, you know, dancing a bit, having my drink at the bar. And then suddenly Angelo starts talking with one of my friends.
So I hit on one of Alexandra's friends, which is one of our best friends now, and he was dressed like a woman, so I hit on her, and I was talking to Alexandra's company, and before you know it, Alexandra and I started making out, and 17 and a half years later, here we are. 17 and a half years later, here we are, because we made a decision. And you don't always know what will happen, but you have plenty of time later to make the decision right.
Exactly.
So always remember, you are your game changer in your life.
Go for it.
And now, do you know why I have written 2,778 shots of inspiration? This morning was that number.
This is the daily email, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simply because I have started on January 1st, 2015 and writing one per day and never looked back. That was it. And now I have 2,778 consecutive days. And I have never missed one day. I scheduled it when I was having my surgery 2-3 months ago for my Achilles tendon rupture. I scheduled it when I had to travel, and I never missed a day.
Simply
you know
because
what?
You decided.
Because I have made what is called an advanced decision.
Exactly.
I will be there for you no matter what. I will find the way. And this advanced decision has helped me to power through the challenges that will appear. It's not if you will have challenges,
You will.
But if you make this advanced decision making, that the only fixed point in the whole universe is the impact, income, and lifestyle that I truly love, this is what's going to happen because you won't let anything else to happen. And you will make your decision right. You will make your decision right.
If you hadn't started that, we would not be here today talking to you.
Exactly.
Okay? So this
and
will be you
if
and
you
your
have
audience.
not yet invented time travel, or if you don't have a DeLorean in your garage, you cannot start January 1st, 2015, for sure. But you can start today.
Yes.
August 9th, 2022, in case you are wondering if we are live. So, why do that? You will do that because you care about your super self. You will do that because you care about the impact, the love that is within, that begs to get out and become impact into people's lives, and the income and the lifestyle that you truly want to see yourself enjoying. So you can click the link that you will find either on the chat or the description under the video, and you can start investing into Project Next, and most importantly, yourself right now. Because this is the only way to get our attention after the day after tomorrow and for the next 3 months, and be in the trajectory that you will create your next digital product and you will create the impact that you desire and the income and the lifestyle.
And you will have so much fun with this.
This is the game-changing attitude.
Yes.
And we have made sure, because we always want to remind you that we believe we are the perfect bridge. We are bridge builders as well. We are the perfect bridge between you and Project Next. We have done our journey, and if you find some of the teachings, maybe, like intimidating, you will surely need our chat coaching, but there will also be master classes supporting all the modules, giving you more insights and more advanced insights on top of what you will be taught in Project Next. Number 3, you will be given access, a ticket to our spiritual agreement workshop. It's going to be amazing. You will realize all this
a whole new perspective,
trade-off of energy that's going on in the world. You will also get access to our Meet Love Sell workshop. Remember, Meet Love Sell is our proprietary strategy, the one that we use for all our clients in our digital agency here in Greece, but these clients are all around the world.
Yes.
And
proven and tested.
This is not only a way to succeed with digital marketing, it is also a way to understand digital marketing, because we truly understand what really matters. We never, ever, we made a speech back in 2013, if you remember, and back then we said amateurs like likes, pros like profits. We never got into this frenzy of collecting, likes and paying to get fake followers and things like that. We only focused on things that matter, and we got results for our clients.
Exactly.
So you will get this blueprint. This is going to be a very powerful workshop. And we have revealed another bonus. We will create the best possible, the most impactful happy landing exercise, happy landing meditation, which is going to be dedicated exactly for what you will be doing in the forthcoming months,
which you can use
and the
over
forthcoming
and over.
years with your digital course, your online course, your digital business. And we will prepare this setting for you, and we will guide you, and we will not yet let your consciousness drift. We will help you commit to that frequency, to the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love.
And that you absolutely deserve.
2 options right now. To go now and sign up for Project Next and become part of our family also, because only if you invest in Project Next through these links that we mentioned, you will get these bonuses. These are exclusive bonuses, and as I said yesterday, you will not find them in the same place as the Project Next bonuses. We will send you a separate email with a separate page that you only will have access, and you will also find there the chat form when you can start immediately asking your questions and get yourself in the trajectory for your super self and your ideal life. So again, we were about 45 minutes here. We thank you for your participation. You are amazing. Just by being here shows your commitment. If you still have questions, let us know, and we will answer them tomorrow. We will have another masterclass answering questions tomorrow. We will be giving you even more value tomorrow, regardless if you invest in Project Next or not, because this is something that we truly love doing.
In the meanwhile, because we have a question in the chat about that, if you can watch the replays of our sessions, of course you can. In this channel, you can see all the master classes that we have done for Project Next.
On this channel, and there is also a playlist where you can watch all these replays. They are immediately available after we end this session.
Exactly.
So what matters most is to remember in a few seconds, what we talked in 45 minutes. You don't make the right decision. You make the decision right. So begin now investing in yourself. And along the way, you will make that decision right. You will reach the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love, because you will not let any other option available to you. With your attitude, with your mindset, with our support, you will get there. So, talk to you tomorrow.
Talk to you. Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.